Hey gang, welcome back to Joe Daddy's Garage. Today's viewer's project video is an update from Don and his Mustang known as Betsy. He has shared other videos with us about this car in the past, the history of the car, some teardown stuff, and some interesting facts about it. Let's see what Don has to share with us today.
Hello, it's approaching Father's Day, and I thought I'd just give you a little video of tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. I haven't been doing this very long, but hey, I might as well pass it on to you. I want to give a shout out to people I have been sponging information off of, and that would be Wally over at 68 Mustang Restorations, and Grease Rookie Garage, and Third Stall Garage, and of course Barry, who I have been going back, and I know how painful it is, Barry, but I had to go back and look at all that Brooklyn Pony stuff. I needed torque box information, so yeah, I've been using your information a lot, and I want to thank you a lot for helping me out, even though you don't know that you are, but you really are. So anyway, here's my little short video. Thanks for watching. So here's my little air compressor that has been faithfully serving me for 40 some years. Before I started this project, I serviced it, new belt, changed the oil in the compressor, you know, lube the bearings in the motor and stuff like that. But also I discovered that at the motor RPM of 1750, the compressor was only spinning 500 RPM. And the tag on the side of it says it's rated at 700 RPM. So I changed the pulley to up it to 700 RPM so that I would have more volume of air. Anyway, so this little compressor, although no, it certainly can't keep up with a 4 CFM die grinder. I run the hose out this way, and I put my air dryer into a bucket of cold water. An F88 spray equipment water separator, which of course will not keep the water out of the tools if the air going through it is warm. So it just passes the humid air down the hose, even though it's supposed to separate it, but it doesn't. But if you put it in a cold bucket of water like this, now it will condense all of the moisture out of the air. So by the time it gets to the tool, no water dripping out. Okay, another tool tip. Here is my current grind for my spot weld remover. It just has a little bit of a curve on it there. The point gets it started without jumping around in the center punch, and then it drills kind of a little tiny pilot hole, and then it starts taking off the metal of the spot weld without a lot of angle on the flute. This seems to work pretty good. I've tried a bunch of different angles. It starts off at oh, I don't know, what is it, 120 or 130, and then I got it down to 110. But this is kind of where I'm at right now with the curve, so it kind of eases its way into taking out the spot metal, the spot weld metal, but very little parent metal gets taken out. So I just got myself some jack stands, and if you're not aware, there was a big poo-ha about jack stands. Harbor Freight started with Harbor Freight and having problems with their engagement pawls. So I just wanted to say, check your jack stands. If you buy new jack stands, the older ones are great. So let me explain what happened. Looking at this jack stand right here, you can see right now, you can see see how that pawl is perfectly in line with the inside of the jack. That was not true when I got it. In fact, you can see I did some grinding on it to square it up. It was crooked and only a point was engaging the teeth. This point, well, I can't do it with that hand. Anyway, the point on the right was sticking out further. So what I did was I ground it like this, and then I put the what's called the anvil here. I put this anvil in the jack, and then I smack it with a hammer. I just get a dead blow. Like so. Then I check for the print. And you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not. Here, I'll hold it on my knees, but you can see that the print is all the way across the teeth. Before, you can see it was only touching that corner. Anyway, so that's the idea. Get the pawl square to the teeth, get full engagement, and they will give you trouble-free service. That's my jack stand lesson for today. Did I mention it rains a lot in Oregon? I think I did. I do have to give a shout out to Fitzy's. What's his name of his website? Fitzy's Fabrication or something. I had to go back to that today to watch some videos on how to weld extremely thin sheet metal. Unfortunately, he was able to do rapid trigger pulls on his MIG welder, but this one that I bought, it has pre-flow for the air, and then so it pauses for a minute, and then it starts feeding wire, and then it turns on its thing. There's no way I can go bzz, 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 bzz on to weld thin metal. So I just have to kind of go try to get it as short as I can, bzz, and then do it again, and then do it again, and it's just excruciatingly slow. Anyway, that's my plight for today. For the TIG, I went down to my smallest electrode, and I am using 30 thousandths MIG wire as filler rod. I just thought I'd show you something. Here's something that I keep around the shop for working on this type of thing. I painted the underside. Let me show you. I painted the underside, and I just brushed it. And what I got, of course, was some runs. I want to get this up here. There we go. Got some runs that came through. Boy, look at how close that paint matches. Isn't that great? I keep a piece of polycarbonate around. I have a rounded end over on this side for getting into rounded spots and doing a little scraping. But because it's polycarbonate, I can have a fairly sharp edge. It's fairly tough, but I can get in and take this kind of paint off without, I can take this off because it hasn't fully cured yet with this plastic without marring the paint. See? I can just get in there and take it off. So I always keep little pieces of plastic around like this to make tools out of. They work really good when you're trying to do something. They're kind of like a fingernail. You know how you can get in with your fingernail and kind of get stuff off without marring paint? Well, you can do the same thing with this. Anyway, that's just my idea. Okay, I just wanted to say something about what Barry said about painting. Now on Betsy here, here's the base coat, and there's the clear coat. See how dark it turned when it got clear coated. And that is because the clear coat causes the brown color to float up through the metallic. I mean, this car was baked in an oven before the clear was shot, and you can see how much darker it is. Plus, this has clear on it, this does not. And those colors are the same. So the effect that the clear has on the color remains even though the clear is gone. This is 780S clear from DuPont, which is not a UV stabilized clear. So it has been peeling off for decades. And you can see that the color difference between this and this is not that much. But the color difference between the base coat without clear and this is actually base coat with clear. It doesn't have clear on it, but that's the base coat after being cleared. And that is the base coat without any clear at all. You can see it elsewhere on the car too, like here. There's the base, there's the color after clear is applied. Okay, that's all I know about painting. Thanks for watching.
Well, that's some interesting stuff. The tip about using the water bucket to separate moisture out of your air lines, that's a great idea. The drill bit, another great idea. Don, I think it's great that you have these ideas and thoughts and you're actually using them. So I think that's really cool. I look forward to more from Don and his car. And if you're interested in showcasing your car on this channel, send me an email, joedaddysgarage@gmail.com. We can go back and forth, and maybe we can get your video on this channel as well. That'll be the end of this video, but I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and until next time, take care of yourselves. See ya.